Hello, everyone. India, a country known for its stark contrasts in various aspects of life, can astonish anyone who steps foot there. The first image that often appears before tourists is of impoverished neighborhoods filled with dust, dirt, trash, and animal waste. Here, the poor crowd into slums with harsh and deprived living conditions. These people often hold a strong belief in religion. As seen in videos of India during the COVID-19 pandemic, there's no place in the world where people believe in deities and have such unique ways of treating illness. For instance, some believe in curing COVID by applying cow dung and cow urine to their bodies, then praying with the belief that their immune system will be strengthened. Or they gather by the tens of thousands to bathe in the Ganges River, hoping it will help them kill the virus and recover. These are truly things that only the world of India could conceive. In India, the rate of poverty is among the most extreme in the world, ranking 107th out of 121 countries in the 2022 assessment list. According to the latest data from the World Bank and other international organizations, around 10% of India's population, nearly 140 million people, live below the international poverty line, surviving on less than $1.90 per day. There have been numerous cases believed to be deaths from starvation in slums or poverty-stricken regions, but the Indian government has denied this information. This isn't surprising, since even India's former finance minister once stated, "We will never know how many people died of hunger because no government will ever admit to it." In complete contrast to the image of a poverty-stricken India is the opulence and splendor of a wealthy India. India is also home to magnificent palaces and architectural marvels filled with artistic grandeur. Jaipur, for instance, boasts palaces and castles adorned with gemstones and gold, while the famous Taj Mahal, a symbol of eternal love, represents the pinnacle of luxury. Some of the world's largest weddings with guests like Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg are held here. These demonstrate another side of India, where wealth and power prosper visibly. One can sense this contrast when looking from slums up to the five-star hotels perched on the high hills, where billionaires and politicians frequently stay. According to statistics, between 2018 and 2022, this country produced 70 millionaires every day. The richest 10% of Indians hold 77% of the country's wealth. Not only that, India is considered the world's second Silicon Valley and has a film industry comparable to Hollywood, Bollywood, producing classic films that defy the laws of physics, space, and time. A typical example known in Vietnam is the show Balika Vadhu, or Child Bride, which seemingly has a longer runtime than the actual lifespan of its actors. Why is there such an extreme divide between rich and poor, from absolute poverty to grandiose luxury? Is this due to government policies? The answer isn't necessarily so. In fact, this divide has deep roots in India's religion, Hinduism. Hinduism is one of the oldest and third largest religions in the world, originating during the Vedic period, around 1500 before Common Era, and thriving in the medieval period. Hinduism has about 1.2 billion followers, primarily residing in India, where 80% of the population adheres to the faith. According to this religion, people are born into different classes based on their parents' origins. These classes dictate various societal roles and generate the rich and the poor. Specifically, there are 4 classes born from the body of a supreme deity known as Brahma, the creator god believed to have created the universe. The highest class is the Brahmins, consisting of priests, monks, philosophers, scholars, and religious leaders. They hold spiritual authority, oversee rituals, and are regarded as the most noble, born from Brahma's mouth. They are given priority, veneration, and a life of luxury. The Indian public holds this class in great reverence. Even Hindu scriptures say, a 10-year-old Brahmin may be considered the father of someone from a lower class, even if that person is 100 years old. The second class, Kshatriyas, are the nobility, royalty, government officials, and military leaders. They are believed to have emerged from Brahma's arms, representing Brahma's authority over the people. They constitute the military administrative aristocracy, controlling the army and government, with kings typically belonging to this class. The third class, Vaishyas, are the common people, including farmers, herders, and merchants. They are believed to have been born from Brahma's thighs. Though they do not enjoy special privileges in society, they are free people who pay taxes and serve the upper classes, but may become wealthy. The fourth class is the Shudras, who are laborers and slaves. They are taught that they were born from Brahma's feet, destined to a life of servitude to the upper classes. They perform hard labor, but occupy the lowest position, without legal protection or religious participation. If a Shudra dared to eavesdrop on religious chants, molten lead would be poured into their ears. Additionally, there is a fifth class called the Dalits, considered untouchables and ostracized from society, treated like animals by the upper classes. They do menial jobs such as cleaning toilets or handling animal carcasses, tasks considered physically and spiritually filthy. Statistics show that the Brahmin and Kshatriya classes account for 10 to 15% of Hindu believers and are the wealthiest group in India, born into wealth across generations. The Vaishyas make up about 10%. The remaining two classes, Shudras and Dalits, comprise 75 to 80% of the population, representing the impoverished. Most historical policies favored the upper classes, enabling them to become even richer and more powerful, while the lower classes remained oppressed and exploited, no matter how hard they tried. Hinduism enforces the notion that one's class is determined by birth. If someone is born into the Dalit class, the lowest, they will remain inferior, no matter how wealthy or successful they become. This legacy passes down for generations, never changing from grandparents to parents to children. One notable example is India's 10th president, K.R. Narayanan, who served from 1997 to 2002. Although he was president, he came from the Dalit class, and even as the head of state, he faced subtle discrimination and prejudice. His policies were often obstructed by political groups due to this discrimination. Hinduism leads its followers to believe in the predetermined fate of their birth. No matter how much they strive, they cannot escape their class. Their only option is to live virtuously to accumulate good karma for their next life. But who knows if there is a next life? This makes us realize how fortunate we are to have been born and raised in Vietnam. If you're smart, talented, and work hard, you'll succeed and be respected. There's no discrimination here. Even the poor receive government support, with food, clothing, and housing provided to ensure that no one is left behind. It truly makes me feel very lucky. One question I still haven't answered is why Hinduism, with its rigid caste system, continues to thrive. Why don't people in the lower classes convert to another religion? If you know the answer, please share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching the video. If you found it helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel. For now, goodbye, and see you again soon.